Let's discuss inhibition and risk-taking now. Inhibition. All human beings in their understanding of themselves build sets of defenses to protect the ego. So inhibition is a feeling of strong consciousness. Now that feeling, if somebody is going through that feeling of strong consciousness, that actually causes inability to perform or to carry out a specific task. So that develops a sense of hesitancy or reluctancy on the part of the participant or on the part of the learner. So inhibition and risk-taking are the characteristics that a learner has when dealing with the second language. Now inhibition, as I said, is a strong consciousness, and it creates feeling of hesitancy, whereas risk-taking is opposite to that. Now that actually encourages taking a chance or making guess. So here these are two different opposing characteristics. One is which actually hinders or stops or discourages learner based on this strong consciousness or reluctancy, whereas risk-taking is something which enables or encourages learner to take a chance based on hunches or maybe come up with an informed guess. Now, a person with less inhibition is more likely to take a chance, is more likely to make a guess. So let's discuss inhibition and risk-taking in relation to second language. So as we have seen that inhibition is basically feeling of self-consciousness and inability to act. Meaningful language acquisition involves some degree of identity conflict as language learners take on a new identity with their newly acquired competence. An adaptive language eco enables learners to lower the inhibitions that may impede their success. Risk-taking is an important characteristic of successful learning of second language. Learners have to make guess, to be willing to try out hunches about the language and take the risk of being wrong. So they do not fear being wrong. BEP basically describes some of the negative ramifications that foster fear of risk-taking both in classroom and in natural setting. In the classroom, these ramifications might include bad grade in the course or a fail on the exam. Outside the classroom, individuals learning a second language face other negative consequences if they make mistakes. So they fear looking ridiculous or embarrassed. Now, on the continuum ranging from high to low risk taking, LA proposed that high risk taking will yield positive results in second language learning. One of the most important roles of successful teacher is to facilitate high level of self-efficacy in their learners. Now that can help students overcome the risk inhibition and promote risk-taking. Self-esteem seems to be closely connected to risk-taking, as one has the ability, or one thinks that he or she has the ability to carry out a task, or she or he has a positive feelings about his particular capability and worthiness to take a risk. So therefore it is closely connected to risk-taking, and if that after risk-taking, if the result is positive, that promotes or enhances self-efficacy. To conclude, inhibition and risk-taking affect second language learning as they both are concerned with learners' psychological and social characteristics.